Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have successfully made it to the top. Number 1, Duxbury Living, MA, the most prestigious place in the whole wide world. I'm a success, and it's due to college. I'll tell you what, it's all due to college, baby. I am a success. Here, living in Duxbury, Massachusetts. I promise you, I do live here. All right. I don't tell falsehoods. I don't tell lies. Nothing like that. I'm coming off of a hot 27-hour shoot. Woo! That could actually be wrong, but a long-ass shoot this weekend. And yet, I'm still doing this awesome show, because I never stop. I'm always working. Okay, that's why I live in Duxbury. That's why I live in the most prestigious area you will ever see in your lifetime in Massachusetts, is Duxbury. Woo! Damn, and I worked hard to get here, I'll say that much. It's full of my favorite kinds of people, okay? The upper class, the most pure people that you can meet on this side of town, okay? I'll tell you what. And I'm here. I live here. I live in a 5-story mansion. I got a backyard pool. I got my own sauna. I got a deck. I got my backyard pool, okay? So I got everything that I possibly need to live here in Duxbury, MA, and I promise it's due to college. We're gonna be speaking about college today on Sweet Cherry Suck. On Sweet Cherry Suck, we're gonna be speaking about college. My college, your college. Is college right for you? Should you be going to college? Is college right for, is college the right way for me to go? Let's find out if it's the right way for you to go. I'm gonna talk a little bit, and and just based off of what I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna decide whether you wanna go or not. So let's get into it. This is College 101. Before I did High School 101, this is gonna be college here in Duxbury, MA, and it's due to my fantastic college education that got me here, and I'm a huge success. Thank you very much. Okay, so college. So, there's this thing called college. Okay, so college. There's this little thing, you might have heard of it, called college. Okay, and with college, you have to be very, very careful with what you do. At this point, this is how they get you, because you're young, you're naive, and you're most likely 18, 17 if you're very, very smart. I certainly wasn't. But 18, okay, it's still young. You're an adult, but you're so young. That's a young, naive age that those people, they come after you and they want to get you. They want you to spend as much money as you possibly can. Don't let them do that to you, because you're going to be fucked. You're going to be in a world of hurt if you let them do that to you. But who knows? This is just the way that I went. You could go a totally separate way. If your parents have the sweet amounts of money to send you off to LA, baby, go to LA! And do an awesome college journey. Start your college career in LA. But chances are, you might not have a lot of money, okay? And this is something that I hear many people wish that they were told before they go to college. This is something that I did, that I listened to my father, and I forever will respect him for this, because this is something that I absolutely do not regret that I did. Commuting the whole time. Commuting, it can suck if you really hate driving. But after you do it for, a solid 4 years, you start to actually not mind it. It starts to become, for me, okay, it starts to become easy to the mind. It helps to de-stress the mind a little bit. It is true, it is definitely true that college is known to be a little bit stressful. You're gonna be stressed out if you get high anxiety. Stress! College is gonna be a hellscape. I'll tell you what, it is going to be one big hellscape. But it can also be a really fun and exciting time for you. It can be fun and exciting. Okay, there are people that choose not to go to college, choose to go right into work. Honestly, I see that as a very valid option of doing that now, okay? Because in college, you're throwing yourself into debt. I'll be honest, you're throwing yourself into a massive debt pile. But know how to save. This is important. You must know how to save in college. You must not always, you must get on a solid meal plan, okay? And you must not always go out to eat every single night of your life. You're gonna want to save that money. Save that money for books, because that's how they get you on books and classes. One semester alone, it's gonna cost you $5,000-$6,000. More than that if you go to an expensive, prestigious college. Ooh! Take me to LA, Mommy. Please, I want to go to LA. Okay. College, it is for the high mind. The very, very high mind. I'm just kidding, okay? Anybody can go to college for a low and fair price. You won't be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. You won't be $50,000 in debt. Oh, I'm gonna go to a private school. I think that I can afford to do this. Or you're a father. I'm gonna send my kid off to the best private school there is. Okay, you don't. I don't know. Like, to be honest, as a side note, like, fathers like that, people like that kind of freak me out a little bit, because it's not really, college isn't really something that you need to, it's something that you should care about, but definitely not that much. You shouldn't be like, my son is, or my daughter is going to the best college in the United States of America, and they're going to have top-of-the-line education. It's not something that employers are ever really gonna look at, is where, oh, wow! You went to a prestigious school and mommy and daddy paid for? Wow! And you got straight A's? That was something in college that I thought I needed to do, was get like top-of-the-line access, straight A student, do every single homework assignment there was. Until I read a book in college that I don't read too much, okay? But my teacher made me read this book about building relationships rather than focusing too much on getting straight A's, which was a good point, okay? This book made a good point. You want to, again, develop relationships. I talked about this in the last video in high school, the high school video, the ultimate high school video. You want to develop relationships. I thought, personally, I did a much better job in college this time around, okay? At this point, I'm so mature. As you can see, I'm so mature, and I'm making all kinds of connections with teachers and students and getting involved in student clubs, something that I didn't do too much of. So let's talk actually about my ultimate college journey that you all want to hear about. So I started off going to a community college, like literally right down the street from my house. It was hot, but fuck that, because the community colleges, okay, they try to screw you out of credits, or at least this particular one does. However, that does not mean I still don't, I wouldn't say I don't recommend a community college. I highly recommend going to a community college first. This is a fucking fantastic way to save you money, okay? You might miss out on a bit of the college experience, okay? I know some of these people here, they love the college experience. I'm not a huge partier. Some people love to party and they love to smoke. They love to smoke weed, and they get on their hands and knees and they smoke some weed, and they drink their sweet little hearts out, okay, at a college party. Nothing wrong with that, okay? If you want to do that, it's going to be a bit more of an expensive lifestyle. You're going to be living in a dorm room, which I personally never did, okay? I never lived in a dorm room, and that is a big part of college. I can't necessarily speak to that part. I did stay over a few of my friends' houses, which is so cool, a few of their dorm rooms, when that was happening, when a few of my friends were in college, and it seemed like it was a bit of a chaotic mess. You're sharing room, a bit of what it's like living in an apartment with somebody else, okay? So, like, kind of a gross slob, almost. That's not to say that everybody you're gonna live with is a gross slob. Some of them are sweet little goody two-shoes, okay? And they're gonna sit down, they're gonna be a neat freak, and they're gonna do their homework. Okay, great. You got it made for you, kid. What I did, community college, you just drive. You drive to school, and you make sure you get up on time, and you actually account for how long your drive is gonna take you to get to class. Something that I did not even, like, consider at first. I was like, oh, shit, man. I have to drive. At first it wasn't too bad, because it was only like 15 minutes. But then I transferred again I love transferring, okay, Jesus Christ here, to another community college where I drove 40 minutes to get to class, and I did not account for that whatsoever until like the second day. And then I started waking up so early, 7:30, it hit the class, okay. Maybe even earlier if you have an 8 a.m., mine was 8:30, okay. If you have an 8 a.m. class, get there even earlier. So account for that, account for driving time. Know that the driving time is going to take up time to do your homework as you're a commuter student. If you do this path, if you so choose, it started becoming easier for me to kind of just go to school and do my homework, or stay there longer and use what the school has to offer to my advantage. After all, I'm paying for this, okay? I use their library, I use their computer lab, I use everything there to do homework, okay? And I even used my own public library here in my own town. The library saved my fucking life when it comes to college, okay? I'm not joking to you here. I love the library. It's a nice, neat little quiet space for you to do all of your work and just get creative. College is creative. So here's what I got involved in. Obviously, I had to do the core. Obviously, I had to do some of the electives and that I really wanted to do, okay? But it's true that they make you do the core. So not everyone knows what they want to do when they go to college. You know what I mean? I was one of the lucky ones. I did have an idea as of kind of sort of what I wanted to do at a young age. The film stuff, baby. What's going on now? The film stuff. So I got a little bit lucky, I'll say that much. But there are a lot of people that don't know what they want to do, and I saw this all the time when I went to college. I saw it all the time. They switched their majors. They 100% switched their majors like 2, 3, 4 times. Ended up staying in college 6 years, 6 long years. I stayed 5. Okay, I did the double major thing, but I did stay 5. As I added another major, the theater stuff here, okay, along with the film. So that was my track, was theater and film. What I would recommend to people that don't know what they want to do, get your general studies out of the way, okay? Because most likely, every single major that you're trying to go for is going to include somewhat of those general studies within it. And that's going to take up 2 awesome years of college. Isn't that awesome? Going back to college to learn what I just learned about in high school. Math, science, English, general studies for 2 years. But I feel like that's something that people don't often realize, is that they can go and get their general studies kind of out of the way within 2 years, and still like having that time, that extra 2 years to kind of think about what they want to do, is they can kind of just say, oh, my major is general studies for the time being, for the first 2 years. Then you switch, then you take the electives. You might end up taking some extra classes, I won't lie to you, especially if you go to a community college, because they try to screw you out of credits, okay? Don't let them screw you out of credits. That's another big thing that I learned, is talk to people, call people, and tell them, you will not screw me out of these credits. I took this class. Save everything that you do in college. Save, like any college that you go to, save the rubric for somebody seriously asked me for a rubric to a class that I took back at the first community college I went to. And it was like later on, they're like, I don't believe that you actually did this class. Oh yeah? Here's a rubric that matches exactly what your class currently is. I did take it, baby. Okay, so save the rubric, save the information, save the class number, who taught it, everything. They might even want to talk to your old professor. Okay, I'm very, very serious. I wish it wasn't. It's fucked up how they do that, okay? But it's true, it does happen. It's just the college system. It's the way they scam you. Ooh, they get you. 50, 60, 70 million in debt. In college, okay? So, the general studies, I will say, certainly was not the most fun part of college, okay? That is, we'll give it a big thumbs down. The general studies, okay? Once you move on, once you decide what you actually want to do, you get on board with what you want to do, and you start doing what you actually do care about. For me it was film. For me it was theater, okay? And I strongly cared about these things, and the classes started becoming fun. They were still challenging. I wasn't expecting them to be quite as challenging as these classes were, but they put me in a bit of a headspace, okay? Again, make sure that you do study, make sure that you do your homework, as it is a lot more difficult. Oh shit, there's a big ass deer right there in the prestigious town called Duxbury. Hang on, I'm gonna show you a big ass deer in Duxbury, because I gotta show you this. Look at that, honey. Oh shit. Look at that sweetie old deer. This is a derailment here, but look at that. Oh, there's a family of them. There's a beautiful family of ostriches. Beautiful deer family. I was gonna go outside to do this video too, but due to the ultimate triple E shit that's going on right now, those deers are, I'm telling you, they're gonna get attacked by triple E. They're gonna get fucked by mosquitoes. Okay, I hope not. I love beautiful deer. Alright, so that deer derailed me a little bit, but I'm gonna talk about college. We're in the middle of talking about college right now, okay? So after I was done with community college, switched over to university, and it actually did get that much better, okay? The university life really is that much better, okay? Don't get me wrong, community college was still fun. It had its perks. I was part of the radio club there, okay? The first club that I joined, the radio club in all of college. The club that got me into clubs, which is funny. There was this one, the ultimate radio club at community college. And it was good. I got to have my own radio show for a while. And then I was able to carry that over to the university when I went, and it was tight, okay? I got another radio show at the university, so awesome, okay? The prestigious university. Now, I actually found a pretty cheap university to go to as well, okay? It was good, getting into the radio, getting involved in the radio, okay? You might be a little bit nervous to join a club at first, okay? But you really don't have to be, you know what I mean? Because, like, I think I talked about this briefly in the high school video. Everybody is in the same boat as you in college. So everyone is trying to talk to you. This goes for classes, goes for clubs, everywhere. Everyone is going to want to say something. Like, I guarantee if you start talking to someone, people aren't going to be pissed. They're not going to be angry unless they're like having like a ferocious day or something like that. They're going to want to talk, because most likely they are in the same boat as you. They're just coming from high school. They're just coming from another school. They don't necessarily know too many people there. They will want to talk to you, okay? And that's how you know people. That's how you make connections. That's how you make ultimate friends, okay, in college. I had a lot of friends in high school. College was a bit of a different experience, okay? I had to work back again from the ground up. I'll say that much, from the ground back up, okay? No one knew what I was up to. In high school, I loved to run around, do all kinds of awesome, fantastic pranks. College, it didn't work quite as well. It did not. Simply because college was just like that when I went. There are people that were doing funny things like riding a scooter in the pajamas or something awesome like this in college, okay? So funny. So people were just used to weird shit going on in college. So what I started doing was kind of finding these little niche groups, these clubs, okay, that I certainly do not regret. I think that was some of the best parts of college for me, was teaming up with these clubs, being involved in some theater shows, the radio show. It was good stuff there, okay? And just got to know people and spread my ultimate sweet self amongst them. So within those little niches, gained some friendship, some ultimate popularity, okay? And that was college for me. It was fresh. I would encourage you to do the same thing. I would encourage you to get involved in a lot of clubs, okay? It's gonna get you out of your comfort zone. You're gonna feel hot. You're gonna feel intense in a club for a hot minute. Once you get to know people, once you get to enjoy the club, explore, you know what I mean? Explore different clubs. See what you wanna do. I was in the film club, the radio club. Those were things that I really strongly liked. If I had more time in college, if I wasn't a commuter student, and I had more time, then yes, I would have joined even more clubs. Who knows? Maybe even some ultimate organizations, okay? I would have joined some more things if I went there. That was one of the things that I would say you sort of do miss out on if you are a commuter student, if you drive, okay? Because if you live there on campus, you're there full time. You're there all of the time. There's lots of events for you to do. And of course, you miss out on the party scene, okay? But the clubs are what saved me. The clubs saved my life. They taught me a lot of things. They taught me organization, leadership skills. Okay, I headed the Filmmakers Society crew for 1 semester, for 2 semesters. That was a tight experience there, okay? Got to know people, got to know connections I'm still in talks with today. Collaborations on movies with those people, okay, are in the works. Good stuff going on. That's why you're gonna want to make these connections. More importantly than even getting straight A's, you're still gonna want to do good in college. It's a much more stressful, it's a much more high energy experience, I will say, than what high school is. You really have to have a focused mind. So this is what else I want to mention. Probably the strangest part of college for me, and I even considered doing this at one point in time, was people will drop like flies when it comes to going to college. I am sweating like crazy. But people will drop like flies, okay, in terms of just getting up and leaving the class and never coming back. They never come back, okay? In the middle of a semester, you see a student walk up and leave the class, and then for the whole rest of the semester, they never come back because they hated it. Oh man, did they hate it, okay? Or it gets too stressful, stuff happens, okay, in life that sometimes, you know, college waits for no one. I'll say that, and that's the craziest part of schooling, is that it waits for nobody. It has no sympathy. If you don't complete the assignment within the time that it is due, within the semester, you're fucked. You're not fucked, you just gotta email the teacher. But a lot of people, it's a lot of stress for people, okay, and they drop out and they never come back. Okay, and it's so easy because you're not kind of confined within this little world, this little high school world anymore. You're an adult and you can do whatever you want. You're 18 plus. You can smoke marijuana cigarettes, okay? And you can get up and you can leave a class whenever you want to. A lot of people did this. A lot of people skipped classes too. A lot of people got up and they skipped classes and they did not come to classes. And then they would whisper over to me. They would say, "Hey, David, what did I miss last class?" You know, I'm guilty of doing some stuff like that too. I'm guilty of that stuff too. David, can I borrow a pencil? Okay, and you know. You're gonna get that certain there's almost a bit of a stereotype, okay, that does that in college. For me, it was some of the marketing students that didn't necessarily seem like they wanted to be there, or they did want to be there, but at the same time they're just kind of going because they knew they had to do what they had to do in order to get a job in the marketing industry. Okay. After college, oh man, do you feel like a success? Try to love it. Try to feel like you. Try to make college feel like it's important and it's something that you want to do. For me, it was. I fit in. I loved it. I ended up making connections with a bunch of teachers. I ended up, they showed me how to use some certain software programs, and just, they were some of my mentors for some certain festivals, and I got to go on some different college festivals and stuff like that. It was so fresh, okay? It was a good learning experience. College, is it right for you? It's something that you kind of unfortunately have to test. And the thing about college is you do not get your money back. It's something that you have to test, and they love to waste your sweet little money. They love to get you for every single dime and nickel that you have. Ooh, I'm gonna get you, haha. I am gonna get you for every dime and nickel that you have. And when you first start going to college too, this is the most ultimate part, they are going to hunt you down as an 18-year-old, and they're going to try to sign you up for every single credit card that you can possibly imagine. All the banks are gonna be there, and you're gonna say, "Oh, this sounds like a good idea. I should sign up for this." Do not do that, okay? Do not sign up for a bunch of credit cards. At least, I would recommend talking to somebody that you trust, okay, before you do that. Your mom, your dad, somebody that knows about money, an advisor. That's probably one of the best, a financial advisor, okay? Talk to these people about what you should do and what your plan should be before just heading straight in and listening to these people that try to get you, that take advantage of these young college students, okay? So that's my ultimate lesson. Get involved, okay? Get involved in your college. Even if it seems like a bit of a fright at first, make sure that you get involved, okay? You're gonna want to. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a good experience for you, and it's gonna bring you out of your comfort zone a bit. I know it did for me, it did wonders for me, and now I'm ready to join the workforce, baby! Living in Duxbury! Yeah! I guarantee you I live in Duxbury, I guarantee you. 100% full blown. This is what college was able to provide for me. I live at this art mansion that I'm at right now. Absolutely fantastic, 5-story. It is just incredible, okay? This has been College 101. Thank you so much for listening on Sweet Cherry Suck!